Hello my friends and welcome to Waterworlds once again. If you remember from last month's shrimp room video update, I had a floating plant getting out of control and moss growing here and there on the substrate in every partition of the shrimp breeding tank. Today I will remove probably one of the best nitrate sucking aquatic plants from the tank and get the moss under control. The first step though is to remove that too from the tank. Let's get down to business.
And we're ready to begin the day by removing the floating plant, and afterwards I will slowly remove all the moss lying around on the substrate in each partition. The entire process is time consuming, but it has to be done. I am armed with patience and determination, and I will prevail. So this is the floating plant which I'm going to remove. Actually, there is more than one. If you take a closer look, you will see that there are many pups around the mother plant growing from its leaves. This is a floating antler fern, and I will make a video on how to successfully keep and propagate them, so do not forget to subscribe to my channel in order not to miss this video. The main reason as to why I want to remove it from the main tank is because it has grown a lot and has so many pups. I mean, look at its root system. They have completely covered the surface of this partition, so minimal oxygen goes through, and perhaps this is the reason as to why my blue bolt colony is not doing so great. Along with the pothos plant in the overhead filter, the duckweed and the Salvinia minima, they're completely draining the water of any nitrates, which is a good thing. However, it is also draining it from the minerals which I use to remineralize this tank as I'm running it on RO water. I also had a few random shrimp deaths lately across all partitions for no apparent reason. There are no visible signs that something is wrong. Ammonia and nitrates are zero, and the nitrites are almost non-existent. Even though I perform a water change once every 3 weeks and I do feed the shrimp daily, the nitrates look like this, close to zero. So you can see how efficient this plant is. With any other floating plant, the nitrates were always building up. Anyway, the plan is to rehouse the mother plant in a bucket and detach all its pups for further propagation. Only a couple small ones will be allowed back into the tank to assist with keeping the nitrates at low levels. Now, I originally placed this plant in a breeding box, meaning that its main root system is in that box, which will make its removal a little bit tricky. This bucket will be its new home, and it will give it enough space to grow in the future. Removing the pups slowly is essential as they can be damaged easily. As you can see, there are so many of them. I was not able to actually see most of them before as they were under the big leaves. These led me to actually cut some of the big leaves, which is also going to help me to remove it completely from the tank. In order to remove it from the breeding box, I will have to actually cut any excess roots coming out of it. And it will be housed here. I believe that we're ready, and now it's time to clean the moss mess. There are at least 3 different types of mosses in here, and I'm not gonna discard them. I am not gonna show you the entire process, so just give me 1 second. And we're ready. Everything is now clean and tidy. I know that many of you will be thinking that I should leave the moss be, and perhaps even more antler ferns, as they're beneficial to the shrimp and especially the shrimplets, as they can hide and feel more secure and eat off any biofilm on their surface. I will keep the antler ferns to a minimum as stated earlier, and as for the mosses, I will reintroduce them across all partitions, however, in a way that will make them manageable and easier for me to propagate them while creating lots of hiding spots for the shrimp.
So that was it guys for today. Together we took the first step in making my tank a better place for my shrimp colonies. Stay tuned in order to see how this undertaking will progress during the weeks to come. See you all very soon.